In this video, I'm going to take you driving for dollars with me. I've done over 1,000 wholesale deals, and I'm going to lay out the exact steps that you need to follow to get your first off-market deal. Let's go.
All right, guys. So we're out and about, kind of just going about our daily day. We're looking at a couple projects we had going on, but I also want to take this opportunity to talk about driving for dollars and what it is I look for. So I actually noticed a couple in this neighborhood I'm in that would be potentially good for stickering and driving for dollars. So I wanted to wait until I was with Tony and we can film it so I can kind of show you exactly what I'm looking for. So when I'm out driving for dollars, I look for a couple things to determine whether or not I want to sticker it and target that property. One of the first things is just high grass. High grass, neglected houses are a good sign that the property's empty and has been for a while. Another thing I look at are stickers. Are there stickers on the door? Is there a lockbox even? Is there something showing that nobody's in this property? And here is one property we're approaching that I noticed the other day. It has stickers on it, like it's getting ready in the pre-foreclosure process. And it's one that I wanted as stickers. And we talked about stickers earlier, and here's a sticker that I basically always use as my same generic one. Hello, my name is Jerry. I'd like to buy your property. Buy your house, cash as is. Close as soon as you like. Phone number along the bottom. So I'm going to go up and put a sticker on this and also write down the address. And the way I like to write down the address is take my phone, and you can do this all within PropStream, Deal Machine, whatever software you choose. I'm showing you in the most basic, rawest form of keeping track of it without, adding extra expenses if you're starting out and want to save some money. But I'll get out, I'm going to take a photo of it. In that photo, I'm going to write down on that actual photo, edit the photo with the actual address on it and keep track of it that way. And then I'll go home and put it in my spreadsheet. So right now I'm going to go put a sticker on this house, and I'll be right back. What's up, man? How are you? No, I don't know who the owner. I'm leaving him a note. So. Oh, the bank does? Huh. Got it. Yeah, I'm trying to find some house to do some work on. So. All right. So, that was it. Put a sticker on the house, wrote down the information. I'm going to add that to my spreadsheet that I keep for stuff I want to follow. And then I'll go back and do the just the cross searches, the references, and just do some data diving to see who owns the house, how can I get in contact with them, go through Secretary of the State. And that's where these softwares like the Deal Machines and the PropStreams make it so much easier than it used to be to find out the information. So, just to recap, look for tall grass, maybe an overflowing mailbox that hasn't been collected, a car maybe in the driveway with a flat tire. During the winter months when it's colder and there's snow on the ground, I always look for the roofs that have snow on the top. If there's snow on the top of the roof, it means that the house hasn't been heated or anything, so it means the house is probably empty. Look for driveway marks. If there's cars going in and out of driveways, another good idea. Another good way to see if the property's occupied or vacant. But we're driving for dollars. We're putting stickers on there. Every once in a while, you're going to sticker a house that's occupied. Oops, it happens. You'll get an upset homeowner. No big deal. This house right here is one I actually drove for dollars on. I bought this house, stickered it, talked to the woman that had it. I bought this house for $25,000. Wholesaled it for $75,000. It was one of my best wholesale deals I've done in a while. This right here has been a house I've kind of had an eye on for a little bit. It's just been empty. But it looks like, so the trash cans are kind of moved up. So somebody might be in there now, but it's something on my spreadsheet that I'm keeping track of and sending some occasional letters to. So we'll go down here and take a peek. But there's no right or wrong way to drive for dollars. And when you're doing it, I just like to map out a certain part of the neighborhood, a certain part of the city that I want to invest in, and I'll go and hit every single street. Sticker, because stickers are cheap. So it's a great way just to get exposure and to get the phone ringing. So again, it's just a numbers game. The more stickers, more signs, more touches you have out there, the better chance you have of buying a property. So that was me stickering a house. I hope that helped. If not, or if you have any more questions or anything at all, hit me up, leave a message below, send me a message, and I'll do my best to clarify and help you any way I can. So stay tuned and let's go out and find some deals. Let's talk about driving for dollars. This is a very powerful tool that you can do on the way to the grocery store, on the way to dinner, on the way anywhere really. Driving for dollars is basically where you are out and about and you find a property that looks distressed and abandoned. What does that mean? What does a property like that look like? Well, when I find properties that have tall grass, overgrown shrubs, cars in the driveway with flat tires that look like they haven't moved in forever, just mail piled up, whatever just indicates maybe the property has just been neglected. I take the time to do a couple things. First thing I do is write down that property address. I write it down. You're gonna have it in your handouts, a little book just to put down the address of a property that looks empty that you wanna target. And the first thing we're gonna do with that is just have it. You want to have the address in your notebook because you want to build your list. Because remember, it's a numbers game. The more houses we sticker, the more houses we drive by, the more we're filling our funnel full of possible leads. So when I'm out driving for dollars, I keep with me a little notebook of stickers. They're little 3x5 sticky notes. And on those sticky notes, I write with a Sharpie, I want to buy your house cash. As is, please call, with my phone number on it. And I take that and I'll put it outside and stick it on the door or on the mailbox, just somewhere where people can see it. So those are a few things I look for whenever I'm out driving for dollars and I find in abandoned properties. Next step is we're gonna tell you what to do next with the address that you just wrote down. So check out the next module starting now. What's up guys? In this segment, we're gonna go and drive for dollars. I'm gonna show you what I look for whenever I'm trying to find distressed properties. I'm gonna tell you the signs of a vacant house, of a house that's probably neglected or not lived in. I'm gonna show you what I look for when I'm targeting houses. So stay tuned, follow along. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let's go. All right guys, so we're leaving right now a house that I actually took over from a failed investor. A lender gave it to me essentially for free, carried back all the mortgage and everything. This neighborhood we're in Cincinnati, at Columbia Tusculum, is a super transitional neighborhood. The houses are okay. They're either honestly fine or they're very, very nice. So look around here, like these are just old rundown houses. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily where we drive for dollars, but it's definitely an area I pay attention to whenever I'm down here. So down in this part of the neighborhood, I would definitely use this area as a place to throw signs. I wouldn't throw a ton of signs, but I would probably dedicate 10 to 20% of what I throw around here. Why? What makes it different? Well, I am a big believer in you got to throw signs where your investors live. Investors are not living around here, that's for sure, but they are investing around here. So just if we left my rehab just a minute ago, we see these up here we're approaching. All these are getting renovated right here, brand new. You see signs just on the side of the road, new housing coming here, land is for sale, which is a sign that they're gonna put up $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 houses here. So the value of all these places are going to just skyrocket once that happens. So this is an area that I would definitely pay a lot of attention to and drive for dollars at, and also look for some investors too, because they're going to be coming down here, whether it's to look at properties or to look at whatever they currently own. So find a pocket like that in your area, in your neighborhood, in your city, where you're seeing the transitions. I mean, there's a brewery that just opened up, another restaurant right here. This whole area is better this year than it was last year. So these are just all telltale signs of just an economic boom in an area that maybe you never thought about going to. So I encourage everybody to go out, go look in their city, go to a place you haven't been to in a while, go drive the streets, go see what's going on there, get involved and get out there, because that's the best way to really get leads and to see what's happening. So you're the expert, whether you've done one deal, 100 deals, or 4 deals, or 0 deals, it doesn't matter. You need to eat, breathe, and sleep this and become the best, because people are going to count on you. And the more people can trust you, the more, just the easier it's going to be for you to sell them houses on the back end the more you're going to know what to say on the front end when you're meeting with sellers, and the more you're going to be able to identify a house for what it's going to be, maybe not exactly what it is now. So the best way in anything is just practice, and you practice by doing. So this is no different. Get out there, get involved in the business, get involved seeing stuff. So those are a few examples of what I look for whenever I'm driving for dollars in certain neighborhoods that I decide I want to target. So stay tuned. We're gonna go over a few more things about where I definitely put signs where investors are, what I look for in those neighborhoods next. So here we go.